Hey guys, it's Madeline. I'm here at the South by Southwest 2019 premiere of Good Boys. Check it out.
I kind of have this fantasy that like some kids are like, hey mom, can you take us to see Good Boys? And the mom's like, okay.
Sure, I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, exactly. They're like 20 minutes in and the mom's like, oh. Yeah.
Gator jacket.
Yeah.
I'm kind of nervous for what you were exposed to.
Me too.
What inspired the creation of this film?
Well, we always talk about that middle school is the most awkward time in anyone's life, and awkwardness leads to comedy very easily. So we were always telling each other stories about 6th grade, 7th grade, and how terrible that time was. So we just figured we could really mine this for comedy.
And you say awkwardness leads to comedy. How does awkwardness in the lives of 6th graders lead to R-rated comedy?
Well, we kind of talked about this time where it's like the kids in the movie, they know a little bit. They don't know everything, but like we felt like collectively they might know like 10%.
They're always huddling and
they're always
exchanging
huddling and like debating, and so like you hear in the movie, it's like one of the kids knows what a tampon is, but he knows what it is, but he doesn't know what it does, and so like, but the other kids are just listening to him, and now that will be gospel for them, and it's like every single moment they all are giving each other like little nuggets, morsels of information, and that would be part of it.
So I know in this industry you probably spend a lot of time around adults. What was it like doing this film with kids your own age?
It was super fun because they actually got me, you know? Like we all felt that our parents are like all the same. So yeah.
It was really fun because I did Wonder, but that had a lot of kids in it, but I was doing makeup the whole time, so I was always doing touch-ups for my prosthetics, so I never really got to like hang out. But for this one, we just became such good friends. We just laughed our heads off all day. It was a lot of fun because most of the kids were around my age, so it was cool to relate to them.
And I know you're probably not allowed to see this movie without an adult in the theaters, technically, right?
Yeah.
So what was it like being part of this film that's at such a mature level at your age?
It was like different for me because I've never said like so many like cuss words in like one movie. So yeah.
Were you exposed to some things you did maybe hadn't been before?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
It was fun. It was a lot. Sometimes if I didn't know what a thing was, my mom would explain to me, or she'd just say, you know what, you can just save that for when you're older. You can learn it then.
It was a lot of fun because I learned some new things, and I'm sure you will after watching the movie, adults and children, if they're allowed to go see it.
Were there any parts of your character that you could relate to?
Yeah, Thor's humor. Me and Thor are pretty humorous, but the cursing is completely different. Like, I don't curse at home at all, but Thor does all the time.
And your parents were okay with you saying that kind of stuff on set?
My parents would like clench up every time I'd say word. They'd be like, "Ugh."
In this movie, Max is really love-struck, and I am very love-struck in this movie.
Oh, you are?
Well, in real life, yeah.
And what was it like being on set with a bunch of middle school boys?
It was really funny. It was very unlike anything we've ever done. You're just dealing with tiny humans in there, and you're very careful you don't want to like mess them up. It's a very delicate age, and you don't want to do anything that's gonna, so we're on our best behavior, and their moms were around, and the welfare workers were around, even though we try to get rid of them, they were around.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
We were also having them say things that they don't understand, which is a very weird, like actors are always asking about their motivation, and like why would my character do this? And with these kids it was like, hey, say this, and they would be like, all right, and they just had no context for it, and we did not offer them any context. Yeah.
It was really fun. Like they're so professional, so sweet, and yeah, I had a great time. It was very different than anything I've ever done. Just being around that many. I'm usually the youngest, so it's different. Yeah.
At times the most inspiring thing on earth because they're so uninhibited, and at times I felt like I was babysitting, which I've done in the past. I was like, hey, shut up.
So to see them doing this, I just had to remind myself, okay, this is a job. This is not coming from them as people. This is them as working actors. So that made me feel better. But it's weird because you hear these kids saying some pretty racy things, and then you'll be done with the scene. You'll go in the next room, and their parents are there, and they have to like go to their teachers and go to school and stuff on set. But it was a lot of fun to work with them. They're great kids, but hey, they got to say it. It's in the script.
Okay, one last question. Do you have a favorite memory from filming?
I really like this big action sequence when I was shooting people with the paintball gun, because to prepare for that scene, I actually watched the action scenes from The Matrix.
Probably the sleepover that me and Brady had at the end of the shoot. Yeah, we watched Superbad and stayed up until like 1 in the morning. So yeah.